Hey, what's up guys? It's Juan Pablo from 100% Finance at 100percentfinance.com. Checking in with you beautiful people on this Sunday afternoon. It's a great day. And I'm just checking in with you to talk about business credit. More specifically, how to get business credit without using a personal guarantee. Alright, so before we jump into it, let's talk about what business credit is. It's pretty much credit that you receive for your business that doesn't show up on your personal credit. So you got to have a business credit profile set up. Alright, and having business credit for your business is instrumental. Why? Because you want to use credit for your business on your business and not use your personal credit for your business. Because I've done that. Again, my name is Juan Pablo. I am a real estate investor full-time. And when you use your personal credit, just say a personal line of credit, a personal loan, a personal credit card, and you're using that for, real estate investing like I was doing in the beginning, guess what? That gives you a high debt to credit ratio, which can have a negative impact on qualifying for mortgages. Right? So you definitely want to use business credit because the business credit does not show up on your personal credit. Now, if you are applying for business credit with a personal guarantee, the downside to that is if you default, it will show up on your personal credit. But today I'm going to tell you how you can get business credit without a personal guarantee. So even if you do default, it won't show up on your personal credit. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of background about business credit, yada yada yada, before we get into what lies ahead, what's behind me. Business credit, it's kind of similar to your personal credit and how they determine your score, but it's just a slight difference. I made another YouTube video about a week ago. I made another video. I don't know why I said that. It was pretty much about how the credit bureaus determine your personal credit score. And one of those factors was having a high debt to credit ratio. Okay, that can have a negative impact on your personal credit. A debt to credit ratio, like I said in the last video, is the amount of debt you have charged to a credit card relative to the maximum balance. For example, if you have a $1,000 Wells Fargo credit card and you have $300 charged to that card, your debt to credit ratio is 300 over 1,000, which is 30%. Okay, having higher than 30% debt to credit ratio can reflect negatively on your credit report. However, with business credit, they don't really care too much about your debt to credit ratio, so you can really max them out. What they really care about is having a consistent payment history. Okay, that's reflected on your paydex score. A paydex score is similar to what FICO is to your personal credit. And having a paydex score of 80 to 100, I think 100 is about the max, is equivalent to having like a 700 or so FICO score on your personal credit report. So we're going to tell you, well, I'm going to tell you in this video briefly, I'm not going to give you all of it, I'll tell you a little bit here and there about how you can use that to your advantage so that you can start building your credit, building your paydex score so you can get that cash that you want. Okay, so you can be like me, which is have your money team. These are my homies. For some of you see my other videos, these are my homeboys. I love these guys. Why? Because these guys make me money. Because my personal belief for that, it shouldn't be used for consumer use. Don't use your boys, your money team, my homies. Don't use them to buy things that don't put money in your pocket. Buying shoes or clothes or vacations or what have you. Or even cars for your personal use. Don't use that. Don't use credit for that. Because you're going to have to work that off and pay for it. But when you use these boys to purchase income producing assets like I do in the realm of real estate investing, guess what? You're using these things to buy income producing assets. So it's putting money in your pocket. Alright? So that way you don't have to use your own money. Use your own money to have fun with. Use someone else's money like your homie's money, your money team, to get rich. Alright? But that's another story. Alright? That's another video. But I just want to tell you how you can get your hands on these things by applying this process. Okay? Alright, so let me just tell you some slight differences between applying for business credit with the personal guarantee and without a guarantee before we get into this. I'm just bringing this up because I feel like you should be aware of it, right? I'm all about transparency. I just want you to know the good, the bad, the ugly of everything. And your options, all right? Because that's who I am, the people's mentor. I'm here to help you out to get the financing you need, all right? To improve your personal credit. So with a personal guarantee, because you can apply for business credit with a personal guarantee, as some of you may know, it does have some advantages. For one, you can get access to these things, revolving cash credit, or in other words, as an illustration, these things a lot faster than doing it without a personal guarantee. Okay, which is about a 30-day process, which is pretty fast. So from 30 days for applying for business credit, assuming your credit is excellent, is stellar, it reaches certain qualifications, you get these boys in 30 days. You can get substantial lines up to $75,000 in a startup and about $150,000 for a seasoned business. Seasoned meaning you've been incorporated for 2 years or more. Okay, but the disadvantage is, like I said earlier, if you default on these bad boys right here, on your homies, on your money team, it will show up on your personal credit. So if you don't make that minimum payment every month, it will be reflected on your personal credit. But if you do it without the personal guarantee, you don't have to worry about that. But when you're applying for business credit without the personal guarantee, it's just a longer process. Okay? So that's kind of the disadvantage. But again, it's not showing up on your personal credit if you do default. So let's go ahead and get into that process. Since I said it's a little longer process, let's get into that. Alright, so these are just a couple things that I'll just discuss with you briefly. Because I plan on having a business credit teleconference in a week from now, so you can check it out. Alright, so I'm just going to give it over briefly, and then the teleconference will go over things in more detail, with more specifics. Alright, compliance. To apply for business credit, your business has to be in compliance with several factors. It's about 20 factors. And again, I'm not going to list all that stuff out right now. We'll discuss it in the business teleconference, business credit teleconference, okay? But I'm just going to give you a few of the important things, just 3 of them, okay? And here's about 20, but I'm just going over 3. D&B, that's Dun & Bradstreet, which is one of the credit reporting agencies for your business. And most people are familiar with this. That's where you get a DUNS number or D&B number, whatever you want to call it. It's the same term, DUNS number, D&B number, or DUNS number, Dun & Bradstreet, whatever. You want to have that set up for your business. You also want to have Experian Business as well as Equifax. You want to have these credit profiles for your business, just like how you have for your personal. You have TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. You want to have these things for your business, so that when you start applying for certain lines for business credit, they start reporting to these guys, and you start establishing a paydex score early on, and you start building upon it. So that's the first step. All right, it's having compliance. And again, we'll go over this in the business teleconference, business credit teleconference next week. We'll go into more detail in regard to how you can have your business set up and how can it be in compliance, so you can start getting business credit without a personal guarantee. Second is vendor and revolving store credit. All right, so this is one of the disadvantages, getting tongue-tied here, for applying for business credit without a personal guarantee. You have to build credit, just like you did with your personal, right? When you got a credit card in the middle of 18, you had to start making purchases and that. You have to do the same thing for your business, right? Just like it's another person. So what we start off first is you might have to start off with some vendor credit, which we normally target like office supply stores. So you might have to make a few purchases in the beginning just so they can extend you credit for your business. So you might have stacks on stacks on stacks of printer paper and file cabinets and materials that you really do not need, but you're buying it based upon utility. You're buying it for a reason. You're buying it so you can establish a paydex score with this vendor creditor. That's the sole reason. So you got to spend some money up front just so you can establish the credit history, just to reiterate it, to establish the credit history and to start building upon it. So you have to buy a lot of supplies you might not need. Well, not a lot, but you might have to pay consistently maybe $50 per vendor credit. And we have a list of those vendor creditors that we tend to target. And so we'll do the same thing for you, okay? If you decide to use our services for building business credit without a personal guarantee. All right? And again, this is independent of your personal credit. Hence, without a personal guarantee, just in case you guys didn't know that, okay? So, this is a 12-month process, by the way, all right? But for the first 6 months, the first month or two, you'll be targeting these vendor credit lines, okay? And then after that, within that 6-month period, we'll tap into revolving store credit, which might be a little better for you. Depending on your business, whatever your business is, whether it's automotive, or you have your own hair salon, or you're real estate investing, property management, whatever it is, we'll target some of those places, again, revolving store credit, where you can start obtaining business credit, you'll start obtaining credit, obtaining supplies and things like that, that may be tailored specific to your industry. For example, some of the lines that we use for the revolving store credit, Walmart, Target, Amazon, so you might be able to get some supplies that you can really use, right? Instead of using some of these vendor credits that you probably don't only need loads and loads of printer paper. But you could use X, Y, and Z from Walmart or Target. So it's more favorable that you can use in your industry. Okay? But just keep in mind, you'll have to make payments and purchases on a consistent basis for about 6 months. Alright, so you gotta have some cash to spend so you can start making these consistent payments, so you have your payday score established and you're building upon it. So that these vendor lines of credit, and these revolving store credit card companies will start reporting to your Dun & Bradstreet, so you can start increasing your payday score. So you can get to that 80 threshold that we're aiming for. Okay? So again, first 6 months, you'll be doing that behind my back. Alright? Third thing, so after 6 months, just say you're in month 7, now we'll start targeting those revolving cash credit cards, like these boys right here. Starting in month 7 to month 12. So we'll apply for about 4 rounds. Starting month 7 and again month 12. We'll apply for 4 rounds. So that's why I say here, 7 to 12 months for 4 rounds of business credit. Typically, your first round you can receive a range. Again, results vary, okay? But typically you can get anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000 for your first round, $15,000 and $25,000 your second round. In total, at the end of 12 months, it's reasonable to achieve $100,000 in business credit within 12 months. Okay, I've received in 12 months, man, I forgot, 100. It was over 100, maybe 110,000, I think, in business credit. And then again, with me, I'll also coach you on how you can increase those lines. So this is just to get you in the door, people. But once you're in the door, you increase those lines. And once you're in the door, you also incorporate in other states. Use a virtual office. Use a registered agent. So you can get even more business lines of credit. But that's just another story, you know. I'm just talking about without the personal guarantee. Alright? So it is typical to get up to 100, but just to give you a range, it can be anywhere between 50,000 and 100,000 when it's all said and done. Okay? With credit, total credit you can receive. That includes vendor, that includes revolving store credit, and it includes revolving cash credit. Okay? So you can get you access to capital. And just keep in mind, like I said before, this is not dependent on your credit score. This is not depending on your payment history with your personal credit or none of that. Strictly business credit. Okay? So this is the tool you need to have. So I always am a huge proponent of keeping your personal credit looking pretty as possible. Because you might want to apply for both. Business credit with a personal guarantee and business credit without a personal guarantee. Why? Because you have more tools at your disposal. You have more money that you can use to do business with. And obviously you want to use this to further your business by buying income producing assets. That's what I use my boys for multifamily investing, which we also provide coaching and ebooks on our website as well at 100percentfinance.com. Alright, so let's get into the final part, the business credit teleconference. We will have a business credit teleconference Saturday, March 14th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll repeat myself, alright? we will have a business credit teleconference phone call, March 14th, which is a Saturday, at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're interested in signing up, the price is $7.99. However, if you're interested in signing up for the free ski, for the free 99, no money, alright, leave a comment on our Facebook page at 100%finance.com. It can be positive or negative, I don't care. It's all about transparency. If it's negative, that's great, because now I have something to improve upon. If it's positive, that's great too, because the people get to realize the value that we're giving to our clients, or to our viewers, or to our subscribers, what have you. Okay, so leave a comment. It can be about a video you liked, it could be about a product or service that you like or that you've used, or advice that you received, whatever it is, just leave a comment. It'll be greatly appreciated. So leave a comment and email me in the subject line, business credit teleconference, and spell biz, B-I-Z, alright? I just like spelling it that way. But put biz credit teleconference in the subject. Okay? Again, it's the first 10 people. So if you're not the first 10, I might shoot you an email back saying, hey, sorry you didn't make it. It'll be $7.99. And if you're interested, I'll send you a link via PayPal to sign up. Okay? So in the business credit teleconference, we will go over all this stuff in greater detail. We'll tell you specifically what vendors we target. Specifically, what revolving store credit we target. Specifically, what revolving cash credit we target. Great stuff. And we'll tell you everything you need to do to be in compliance for business credit. You know, having your EIN set up. I didn't even mention that on there. Or make sure your business is registered, whether it's an LLC or an S Corp or what have you. It's about 20 things. We'll go into all this stuff in detail. Okay? So you can expect about an hour. I anticipate maybe about 40 to 45 minutes of instruction, okay, of explaining this process in detail, and about 15 minutes of open the floor for question and answers that you may have. Okay, so make sure you bring this to the teleconference. Don't email me after watching this video asking questions about this stuff on the board. Join the conference. And again, I have an opportunity to offer to you for free. Just after you watch this video, just sign up. Shoot me an email saying you'd like to do it for free. And of course, leave the Facebook comment. Don't forget that. So don't sign up and say, hey, I want to do it for free. And then I say, hey, did you leave a Facebook comment? And you're like, nobody. So bring your questions to this, okay? So we can answer them all in detail. And so again, I anticipate about an hour in length. If it ends and you haven't got your question answered, we also provide free consultation. So if you're interested in moving forward with the business credit profile being set up so that you can get business credit cards like my homies without a personal guarantee, we can give you free consultation. Alright, we'll tell you how you can do it. So we'll overlook your whole credit profile situation. And again, we may offer other products. We might say, hey, you have excellent credit, dude. You ever consider just doing it with a personal guarantee so you get that money fast within 30 days? Or hey, you're almost near that threshold, dude. You just need some more trade lines. You ever consider doing this? Alright, so that's why we want to give you the consultation. So we can look at all the factors together and tailor a product specific to your needs. Okay, so some prices will vary. We have typical prices, but just go to the website at 100%finance.com and just click on the button that says business credit and apply there if you're interested in applying for business credit. Business credit with a personal guarantee or without a personal guarantee, just go to the website and apply. Okay? Again, if you're interested in receiving it. But if you still want to join the conference call, I'll repeat it. If you're the first 10 people, place a comment on 100%finance.com under the Facebook area at the bottom of the page. Email me immediately with Biz Credit Teleconference in the subject and saying you want to join for free. And then I'll email you the teleconference call-in information. If you're over the 10th person, don't worry. I'll just send you a PayPal link and for the $7.99 that you have to pay. Okay? And again, bring your questions and answers to the teleconference so we can answer them in detail. And if you're interested for a free consultation, just you one-on-one, go to 100%finance.com and go to the business credit button and apply. Okay? So that way you can get these boys. Because man, it's a fact. I can't even fit these in my wallet. That's why I have them in my hands. These are not debit cards. They're not hotel credit cards or hotel cards, nothing like that. These are these things right here. Revolving cash credit. And that's what you need. Alright. Let me see. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Whew. I guess just remember to spring forward. It's a beautiful day. I'm about to go jog and call it a day. I'm just looking over here. I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah, and if you want to know more about business credit, applying with a personal guarantee, like what are those requirements, we have a free ebook on just the business credit with a personal guarantee at 100%finance.com. Just go to the business credit. You'll see a small little link where it says apply for business credit ebook, free ebook. But I'll just give you a run through. You gotta have a 720 credit score, a debt to credit ratio of less than 30%, no bankruptcies, no foreclosures, at least one major credit card with a $5,000 limit, and a 10-year credit history. That's a lot. So that's why it's prudent for you to get business credit without a personal guarantee, but still work on your personal credit, especially if you're in real estate, if you want to get mortgages and other forms of financing. Because one person told me, I'll end with this, if you have a little bit of money and decent credit, the world's your oyster when it comes to business. More specifically, the world's your oyster when it comes to business credit. No, the world's your oyster when it comes to real estate investing. So work on having good credit. They don't teach you this stuff in school, right? You use your credit as leverage. Oh man. Well, God bless. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And hopefully you guys will sign up. Take care.